So Spencer, we come away from Hemel with a 3-3 draw to 1 point. What are your thoughts on the game?
For those of you who don't like my long interviews, you might need the fast forward button because that game pretty much had everything. I think ultimately we should have won the game. You know, I thought as an attacking group we were by far and away our best performance. I think we changed the shape and with everything that went wrong this morning, with Guy going down ill and, you know, coming and looking at the pitch which is like concrete and therefore not willing to risk Manny. You know, after the first 5 minutes, I thought the next 30 minutes we played some fantastic football. But defensively, you've also got to balance that with we were very poor. All 3 goals were complete gifts. And you won't win many games by conceding 3 goals away from home, certainly in the first half. But our attacking play, I mean, I think we could have been 6-4 up at half time. I thought we relatively controlled the first half, played some really good stuff. And yeah, I'm really, really angry about the 3 poor goals, and they're individual errors, you know, players that didn't make a good clearance or let someone come in and shoot. And, you know, at the start of the second half, we make a double change, and I'm afraid the referees made an absolute howler. They should be down to 10 men for the next 45 plus stoppage 50 odd minutes. That's the easiest second yellow card. The fourth told us he told him. The ref said he couldn't hear it. It was the easiest second yellow. Surprise, surprise, they take him off a minute later. So they should be down to 10 men. But we score very quickly, and I think we've had multiple chances. Their keeper's made a few great saves. I don't know how far away Smarty's attempt is from I'm a long way away from it. They've had a couple of sniffs themselves, but I think if the game had finished sort of 8-5 to us, I think that would have been a fair result. So from an attacking perspective, I thought we were really, really good. Real shift put in. Players played very, very well. I thought Chinny was class, Ricky, and I thought Reggie was class, but we missed an absolute sitter from him, and then he gets injured. And look, they're leading the league, and I think we're coming away with refereeing decisions and by attempts on goal. We should have won that more comfortably, but you have to balance the fact we conceded 3 very poor goals, but a very, very well-earned point with everything that's going on, and certainly good for the entertainment value.
And as you mentioned there briefly, Reggie seemed to be injured in the first half. Manny seemed to limp off the second half. What are the initial assessments on them?
It's this pitch. It's concrete. Things have got to be looked at, quite frankly, about the allowance of these, how these pitches are passing. The conditions they have to. Reggie had 2 huge stud marks through his thigh. We showed the 4th. He'd tell the ref at half time. We didn't get anything from the ref. I thought he was very, very weak. Poor decisions, and he said he's going to look at it, but that's a stonewall second yellow card, and it changes the game. You know, they're going to have to play with 10 men for 50 minutes, and I don't think any of the bookies would have taken much odds on the fact that 30 seconds later he's taken off the lad who should have been sent off. So Manny, we're hoping it's impact. It's really hard work. You know, Manny came and looked at the pitch. He was going to start. He couldn't start last week at Walton. He looked at the pitch and he had a knock. He didn't even really want to go on the pitch for the 10 minutes that he did. Some of these pitches are really difficult on certain players, and you know, people don't understand sometimes when we make the decisions we do. Guy was due to start today, but he was throwing up and not well, so you know, he was here at the start, but he couldn't be considered. So we're making changes. So look, one tiny advantage, and it is really only tiny, is we're not playing next weekend. We certainly didn't. We need that, and as I said, you wake up in the morning and go, we're coming away really disappointed. We didn't rightfully win the game, and that's before you talk about the referee's key decisions that we say he's got badly wrong. So lots of pluses, particularly in the attacking way. Certainly still a lot of work to do defensively. So, but you know, they were top of the league, I think, for a reason. So I know it's early days, but you know, we can be very, very pleased that we've come here and going home very disappointed we haven't won the game.
And then just away from the game today, Ben Mason's gone on loan to Chertsey for a month. What was the thought process behind that?
Because he's hardly played any football for 9 months, and you know, he's taken a long time to get back. He was umming and ahhing whether to go. He certainly believes in himself. He thinks he should come straight back into the team, but we also have budgetary situations. You know, we can't afford to have people in the stands. So it's the right thing for him to do. He lives in Chertsey. He can go and get 6-7 games. He can get up to speed. He was brought in as our first choice right back. He's competing obviously with Bradders, but he's not at that level of fitness at the moment. We've got a number of people that you know, have niggles. You know, Pagey coming back today, and I think he struggled. I think quite fairly. You know, Manny didn't want to play, Guy being ill. You know, last week, you know, we made early changes second half. We went to a 4-4-2 to stop them coming out. But it's difficult when you're talking to Mason Bloomfield and Hish, you know, some of these 4Gs. There's a lot that goes into selection sometimes and what we're doing. We've got to wrap everybody up. Those that need minutes next week will get them. I thought Ricky again put in a fabulous shift, but you know, he's frustrated coming off, but he's done 75 minutes on a rock hard pitch, and we've got quality on the bench, and we've got to go and, you know, make sure that we can keep running. I said the players have put in a hell of a shift. We're all very disappointed with last week, but we lost to the team that's right at the top, one level below, that hadn't lost at home and scoring 3-4 goals at home each week. So disappointing what it was. We lost in the 94th minute, whatever. We didn't play well. It still really hurts me, but this was a good bounce back, and if we can stop making individual errors, then we've got every chance of moving forward in a very positive fashion.
Cheers, Spencer, and thank you.